Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show you how to take emblems off of my Silverado pickup. So those emblems that are right there on the tailgate and the ones on the side, and I'll show you a before picture. Anyway, some of the things that you're going to need are some 3M adhesive remover and a towel. I like to use an eraser wheel and a drill, and they have these things called plastic razor blades, a heat gun, and some gloves. So a lot of times people like to use fishing lines to get behind them. Sorry, my chair rolled back. I didn't have any fishing line, or at least I couldn't find any. If I do have some, that makes it a little easier to kind of whittle your way behind the letter. But we're going to show you how to use these things to get this accomplished. Alright, so on these smaller emblems, it's not too hard because they're individual letters, so it's not real bad. I like to heat this up with the heat gun here, run it across, not a ton of time. If you stay in one spot too long, you risk bubbling the paint. So just enough to get that warm, and they'll become a little pliable. And then that gives you the ability, if you have string, some fishing line anyway, you can come behind, and sometimes these will just pull off. Just be careful not to scratch the paint. You want to pull back on them. That's why I use the plastic razor blade. You can kind of get in behind them, and sometimes you don't even have to. I haven't even heated this one up, and it's starting to pull off. Now on these other ones, like the longer ones, this Flex Fuel one here, they're a little trickier. You got to get them a little warmer because there's more obviously contact with two-sided tape on these. So that we'll spend a little more time on, and just like I said, be careful not to heat the paint up too much or it'll bubble. So that's step one. Alright, so once we get that emblem off, as you can see, we've left the two-sided tape on the back side. Sometimes if you get it warm, the tape will stay on the letter, but most of the time it's going to stay on the truck because that's where it has the best adhesion. So the next step is we're going to use the eraser wheel. Now this is exactly what it sounds like. It's like a big eraser on a shaft that you put in your drill. Now the cool thing about this is you can run this back and forth. Same way, don't stay in one place too long. But you're going to basically pull that paint off. It's going to rub and erase all of that leftover two-sided tape. And I'll show you what it looks like when we get done. Alright, so when we finish with the eraser wheel, and like I said, don't keep it in one spot too long. You risk bubbling the paint with it as well, but you can see it's just dust, the leftover residue from that. And then there's some spots here that it's a little thicker, but you're going to be able to wipe that off with that adhesive remover. I like to use 3M adhesive remover and a microfiber towel, and then we're just going to rub across that, and I'll show you what it looks like when we get all about finished here. Alright, so as you can see, I wiped it down with adhesive remover and a microfiber towel, so it looks way better. Anyway, I went ahead and did the rest of the tailgate, so you can see the Chevy emblem's gone, the bow tie, and then on those vinyl emblems, you don't have to work quite as hard on those. Just heat them up a little bit and then scrape them off with a plastic razor blade and you're good to go. Anyway guys, that's the way I approach taking emblems off. Like I said, sometimes it's a little easier if you use some fishing line, but I didn't have any. But it looks way better. Make sure that you put a little bit of wax on there after using that adhesive remover because it does strip the wax off of it. I'm going to clay bar and paint correct this truck, so that's something I'm going to do next. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see what happens next.